24/7, 365. The fantasy season never dies. Welcome to Every Day is Draft Day. Presented by Champions Round.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to Hot Takes and Pancakes. The day before the official start of football season, we have a loaded show today. We got all the Jays back together again. Welcome back, guys, as well as the new guy, Matthew. What's up, guys? How's it going?
What's going on?
It's going good. It's going good.
All right, so glad to have you guys back and for the new guy to come in. So if you don't know how this works by now, we just go around the room. Everyone, says their hot take, and then we either agree, disagree, or shame you out of existence. So today, to welcome him back, we're going to start with our good friend Joey.
Oh, you want me to kick this one off?
Yeah, you are
nuclear takes only, buddy.
Nuclear takes only.
Okay. I actually
don't like your take today. You're getting kicked off.
Will agree, but to kick us off, I have Elijah Moore finishing as a top 8 fantasy receiver this year. I don't care what anyone says. Joe Flacco has won a Super Bowl as a quarterback. He is an elite quarterback. Still, he will forever will be. I think he's going to be targeted the most in the Jets offense. With adding the new receivers is also going to open up some space for him. And he's the most talented wide receiver in that roster, no doubt. So I think Elijah Moore has an insane year this year and proves a lot of people wrong.
Top 8, huh?
I couldn't go down to top 5.
All right. Well, I think we should pass the floor over to Jeff because Jeff has a spicy Elijah Moore take that I think is worth putting out there.
Oh yeah, well, I think you guys know how much I like Elijah Moore this year, and I would like him a little bit more if he had a decent quarterback that could move the ball and score points and such. But having said that, Elijah Moore reminds me a lot of Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that's the hot take.
The way that he plays the game, the ability after the catch, his route running, his ability to set up defenders, to draw the flag. This is only his first year. Now it's his second year, and we are already seeing some fingerprints of at least what I see in Antonio Brown. They're also about the same size, like 5'9-ish, 5'10", 184, 85. They're very similar. And they play similar. So he just needs a quarterback to unlock him. And I am with you there, man. I love that take. Top 8 is a little bit fresh, but I like the mustard on that hot dog there, Joey.
Yeah. I like that you said that about AB too, because I don't think that's a hot take, considering if you put Elijah Moore on the Chiefs or on the Bucks, he is a top 5 receiver in the league. And I stand by that. And that's in terms of talent.
Well, to be fair, we put Jason on the Chiefs. He's a top 5 receiver, too. So, that's not really.
Hey, I got a big body second wide or tight end here. Come on. 6'4", I got some mids. Put me out there. I'll take a contract.
Put me in,
minimum,
coach.
Baby.
I like it. All right, so two Elijah Moore hot takes back to back. I like that a lot. So Matthew, we'll go to you. What's your hot take?
So I'm going in a little bit of a different direction here. Not fantasy wise, just football. I have two. I have the Broncos finishing last in their division, and I have the Cardinals missing the playoffs.
Yes.
So I'm going to start with the Cardinals here, just because Kyler got a huge payday, but people are forgetting, Hopkins is going to miss a ton of time. They lost Chandler Jones as well. And they have the 8th hardest schedule in all of football. And then for the Broncos, I know everyone's riding the Russ hype. I just worry as he gets older, arm strength and creating out of the structure. I feel like his athleticism is going to be zapped, which could hurt him. And, you see players like Rodgers and Brady who are getting older, but they're still doing fine. I just don't see that with Russ. They have a good defense. I don't think it's elite. They had an extremely easy schedule all of last year, and they weren't able to really do much with that. So those are my 2 hot takes in terms of just not fantasy-wise, just football.
Can I say something here?
Yes.
I want to go further than this and say that Arizona is actually going to start the season 0-5.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, if you look at their schedule, they've got Kansas City, and then they're.
I'm so proud of everybody in this chat right now. You're doing the right thing.
They've got Kansas City. They've got at the Raiders. Then they're home against the Rams. Then they go to Carolina. All right, this is a tough game. Carolina beat them 34-10 last year in Arizona. And then they play Philadelphia. That's their first 5 games. 0-5? I could see it.
What did I say as my first ever hot take on these shows? I said, bet Cliff Kingsbury 12-1 to be first coach fired. I stand by it. I love the 0-5 take to start the season, even if it's a little homer with the Panthers in there. I get your point about last year. That's fine. But I love the take that Arizona's going to miss the playoffs. I love the under 8.5 wins. I love Cliff Kingsbury to be first coach fired 12-1. Love everything about that take. And I'm on the Broncos to miss the playoffs too. So I agree with that take too. Last in the division, I flipped there between them and the Raiders. I know that these two idiots next to me are high on the Raiders, so that's okay. But I'm on the Broncos to miss the playoffs for sure.
I think that we all agreed, or just me and Jason at least, that we had the Cardinals not winning 5 games.
I think it was 6. I think
It was 6 games,
Okay,
which was a hot take at the time, and then it's just gone.
And it's not
Yes,
anymore.
It's gone hotter since
not
then.
We
anymore.
were passionate about that one, and
Yeah.
I still am. And Jason is a big fan of James Conner too. Let's not forget
Oh,
that.
yeah. Huge fan of 3.7 yards of carry. Fucking asshole. People think he's a top 12 running back. He's going to be an RB1 this year. Get the fuck out of here.
Can I say something about Russell Wilson though? And I know
Of
you
course.
mentioned that Denver is going to finish last. See, I think that Russell. I think Wilson was disgruntled in Seattle, and he wasn't.
Oh, no
liking
shit.
the
Is that a
he
hot
wasn't-
take?
No, hold on. But he wasn't
Okay.
liking the fact that the offense was going a certain way that he didn't like, and that's why he's not there anymore. And I don't think that his ability has changed. So I think that when he comes to Denver and he puts that offense into motion, I think they're going to do a lot of things. And their defense is, their defense is not too shabby. So I mean, it's a tough division, but I'm not ready to put them last, even though they could. Just because everybody in that division is pretty strong, but I kind of like Denver and their chances this year.
All I know is that their coach is Nathaniel Hackett. Now, this might be a family lineage thing. I think I'm going to get in trouble for this one. But Paul Hackett as the head coach stunk. Okay, the guys that have sons that are good in the league, Mike Shanahan. Mike Shanahan was a goddamn good coach. They got Kyle Shanahan. Remember what happened to Brian Schottenheimer? Marty Schottenheimer stunk. Brian Schottenheimer is worse. I hate Nathaniel Hackett as their hire there. I don't think he did anything for them in Green Bay. All he did was he was good friends with Aaron Rodgers. Matt LaFleur called the plays. He was successful on offense. I don't think that he'll be able to replicate that success in Denver. Don't like the fit. Don't like Russell there. I'm out.
How about that? So this is the show without a script. We just let it fly.
Yeah, we're just letting it fly.
Dan,
now.
what do you think, man?
About the Cardinals? I hate them. They suck. They're the worst. No Hopkins. Like, who are they throwing to? Marquise Brown? I mean, give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me. I mean, their offensive line's okay. I mean, Zach Ertz is good. Obviously, I love Zach Ertz being an Eagles fan. But I just don't. I mean, I don't really hate James Conner as much as Jason does, but I agree that his yards per carry isn't the greatest, and he'll probably have some touchdown regression. I just think within that division, I just think everyone else is so much better than Arizona is right now that just have no shot of not being anything but last.
All right. Who's up
All right,
next?
who's up?
Jason's up.
Yeah.
Oh boy, buckle up.
I'll do a week 1 medium take just to get us kicked off.
No medium takes. No medium takes.
All right, fuck it. Let's flame it down. The Houston Texans are going to beat the Indianapolis Colts this week.
I love it. I love it because everyone's picking them in their survivor pool, including me, and I love it. I really do think it's the biggest trap game of the week.
Houston open. So now it was at 8.5 earlier this week. It's down to 7. Sharp money is coming in all over the Houston Texans. The Indianapolis Colts have lost 7 straight openers. There's something about them and Frank Wright. They do not start the season right. Houston proved last year they beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in week 1 at home as a big dog. I think it happens once again. Give me this feisty defense that I like that they built in Houston. Low-scoring game. I think Davis Mills gets it done. 20-17, the Houston Texans win in week 1 on Sunday.
Woo. That is hot. I can see that happening.
Like
And
it.
here, if I could also add to this, I actually ran a couple queries on some
Ooh, a query.
some
Queries. We're
against
all
the
professional
spread
now.
looks. And if you look back at a team that missed the playoffs last year, that plays against another team in the division that missed the playoffs last year, where the road team is favored by 7 or more in those games since 2000, the road team has only won 12 out of 24 or 50%. So yeah, this could go either way. You already mentioned that the Colts have what would you say, 7 straight?
7 straight openers.
7 straight week 1 opening losses. Plus they're coming off of a loss, right, against Jacksonville. if we're going that far. So yeah, it's entirely possible, especially given the fact that Houston's kind of a team that people are looking at as a potential sleeping. I don't want to say sleeping giant, but that there could be more to than what meets the eye with the Texans. So that's interesting.
I like it. I like it a lot, especially as a
It's my second. That's my second favorite dog of the week, other than the Rams tomorrow night. And something that I want to talk about with Dan later, because Dan thinks the Buffalo Bills are going to go 20-0.
Like it.
You do realize that the Bills were only 6-5 out of their division last year. Like, they're not that good.
I don't care.
They're not.
They lost to Jacksonville too.
They did.
They went 1-3 against the AFC South last year. They only beat Houston.
Oh, wow! Imagine if it doesn't really matter.
Last year.
What have they done to improve?
Von Miller?
We got Von Miller.
James Cook and Von Miller.
Yeah,
I like
James Cook.
Okay, and that makes them. That goes from 11-6 and going 1-3 against the AFC South to 20-0.
Yes.
Well, they had some questionable losses last year that should have been W's.
Yeah.
They still lost.
I'm just
Last
saying they're a team on the revenge tour. The Bills.
Yeah.
The revenge tour. They gave up a touchdown in 13 seconds. There's a revenge for that?
Yeah, they've been thinking about that 13 seconds
plays.
all off season. They had a lot of time to think about that. They're going to be pissed.
I hate the Bills. Who's next? Somebody give their next.
I'm next. I have 2 here. One is a real football and one is a fantasy one. I'll do the fantasy one first. I think that George Pickens ends up being the Steelers' wide receiver 1 by week 8 and ends as a top 24 wide receiver for the year. That's one.
I'm out.
Okay.
Pat Fairmouth, wide receiver 1.
I can't agree with that because you got Deontay Johnson there, and you've got the Steelers offense that does a lot of pre-snap movement and a lot of quick, short, intermediate type of routes that they use, and that's Deontay Johnson to a T. So I don't think he's just going to be replaced. And
Deontay Johnson is not going to be anything anymore without Ben Roethlisberger on the field. So
I disagree. I mean, I don't think that Pittsburgh's going to be an offensive juggernaut, but he's still going to be a big key part of that offense. I'm not a huge fan of him fantasy-wise just because of the offense or any Steeler really on the as a receiver. Maybe Freiermuth, just because of what he did last year as a rookie, and now he's growing and developing, and we're going to see more of him, especially in the red zone. But you also have Chase Claypool there, and he's not going to disappear. I don't see Pickens being that type of guy for you. I love the vigor, but I'm not with you on that one.
All right.
What's the second one?
The Dolphins beat the Patriots, and the Patriots don't score a single point. They blank them. That is
I think Joe and I would just chug that mustard. Just chug that mustard.
Forget the hot dog. Hold the hot dog.
We don't need those stinking hot dogs. We just need the mustard, baby.
Take that hot take, put it in a syringe, and inject it in my veins because I am all for it. I've been loading up on that game for a month now, just adding little bets to it throughout the month as the line changes.
Do you fear that's 3.5?
I did it again at -3.5. I had to sprinkle more. But I agree because I think the Patriots offense, I know we talked about that before, is going to be one of the worst offenses in the league. I am absolutely not sold on Mac Jones. For some reason, they they add Devontae Parker and they think that their wide receiving core is something amazing, which it's not. And I think the Dolphins defense is coming in with a big chip on its shoulder again. They finished off their season picking off Mac Jones for a pick 6, and I think they're going to do it again this opener.
Javon Holland, 2 pick 6s in this game.
Javon Holland's one of my favorite players on the Dolphins. Like, I think Mac Jones is going to see ghosts this week. I think it's not even going to be a close game, and I'm not even just saying this. This is not bias. I really think the Patriots are going to be really bad, and I think it's going to stem from week 1.
Hey, Joey, I have a question for you. So,
yeah, what's up?
On one of our first hot take shows with you, you said the New England Patriots would go 6-11.
Yeah.
Can we readjust that? I think that we're too high. I
agree, and I remember in the first show it was like that was like a crazy spicy.
It was a crazy hot take, but now
as the season gets closer, people are they're starting to realize, damn, Bill Belichick might be
4-13, 4-13, worst record in the NFL.
Yeah, I do think so. My hot take kind of segues into this, so I'll get into it after.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh, actually, not really so much, but this might be a little spicy. I think the Miami Dolphins are the highest scoring team in the AFC East.
So above Buffalo, basically.
And I think
I don't know, man.
I think this is the year that they are outscoring Buffalo every single game because this offense that Mike McDaniel has put together is going to work so well. Took his talents to South Beach. He's got an array of speedy wide receivers, an updated offensive line, and Tua is actually going to put it together. And even if Tua doesn't put it together, I'll take Skylar Thompson. That guy is a stud.
No Bridgewater love.
No,
two gloves.
I'm all about Skylar Thompson. I know he's the 3 on the depth chart, but if Tua goes down, I want Skylar Thompson. He was fun to watch too.
I bet you Tua does go down. I hate to predict injury, but
Jesus.
I hate to predict
no. I think he will. He's got some history there, and shoot, now he's going to be front and center, and I don't know.
Yeah. The history is that he got his hip severed in half by Auburn.
We're not doing this again. There was one show where you guys actually just made fun of his hip movements the whole time.
I did. He does have the hip flexibility of a cow, I think is what I said.
Yeah, it was something. We'll see.
I think that I did say that exactly, and I still feel like that, but I have way more trust in Mike McDaniel, and I like that offensive line now, so I'm cool with it. I do think that one of the Miami running backs is going to rush for like 1,300 yards this year. I just don't know which one it's going to be that's going to be healthy.
Who are you thinking?
I'm thinking that it's going to be Chase Edmonds is going to be like the number one guy, but the 2 games that Raheem Mostert starts, he'll rush for like 240 yards a game, and then he'll never be seen from again. It's like a classic Mostert.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, we'll see.
We always have to somehow revert this all the way back to the Dolphins talk. But
it ends up as a Dolphins podcast.
Yes, somehow, some way. All right, I've got mine. All right. Sky Moore will be a top 20 wide receiver this season. So here's my
I hate it.
No,
Andy Reid knows how to utilize a player's ability. We know this. We saw it. He did it with Tyreek Hill, who was a 5th round pick. And in many ways, Moore kind of has the similar style as Hill. He can beat you deep. He has the run after the catch ability. He's elusive. He's kind of on par exactly with what Hill was. Now, I don't necessarily see him coming out of the gate strong. I think he'll be eased into the offense. But if he makes that one big play, I think that unleashes him as a member in the offense that they're not going to stop going to. So, yeah. I think that Sky Moore is going to be the receiver we're all probably talking about by like week 8.
All right. I mean, Dan knows how much I wanted Sky Moore to go to Kansas City, but I think there's a guy by the name of Juju Smith-Schuster is going to be in the way of what Sky Moore is going to end up doing there.
Well, see, I don't want to discount Smith-Schuster. I think he'll be obviously a big part of that offense, but the role that Moore can play is the role that Hill had. And I would not be surprised if they go back to that well. And of course,
what
that's
about
going to be
Mecole
more.
Hardman?
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
where do you put Mecole?
I think it's going to be some
Mecole
sort of
is
combination. I don't think that Sky Moore is not Tyreek Hill. That's not what he's going to do.
I think Mecole is the guy that's going to be the new.
I don't think
the
so
new
at all.
Tyreek.
Mecole Hardman has shown what he can do, and he can get a touchdown. He can beat the defense every now and then, and then next game he'll go 2 for 19. That's Mecole Hardman. He's Robert Meacham.
Robert Meacham. Jesus Christ, Jeff, did you hurt yourself stretching for that?
I don't know.
Backfield.
It just came to me. He's someone who can do things, however, not consistently. Mecole Hardman he's not the answer in Kansas City.
In order for Sky Moore to be a top 20 receiver, he had to be the wide receiver 1 in Kansas City, because after Kelsey, it's just a big jumble. So Kelsey's the number 1 pass catcher, and I just don't see Sky Moore being that this year. There's just too much in front of him. We haven't even talked about MVS, who's also that guy that loves to go deep and take those deep shots with. I just don't see him climbing over 3 other guys to get to that point.
That's why it's a hot take. You gotta love his ability and what he can do on the field, and I think that's going to translate.
Well, I hate Sky Moore and what he can do on the field, so there.
You wanted the Eagles to get him, didn't you?
No, I didn't want the Eagles to get him.
Mm-hmm.
Jason and I were yelling for about a month about Sky Moore to the Eagles. And
We'll see.
All right, who's next?
I think we got time for one more. I think that we should do roulette.
All right, do roulette.
All right, let me pick a team. Let's go.
Joey, I don't know if Joey and Matt know this. So what's going to happen is Jeff's going to call out a team, and we have to come up with a hot take on the spot about that team.
Oh, I like
hot
that.
take roulette.
Okay.
I like that. Are you spinning a wheel, or are you just coming up?
We need a wheel.
Jeff's going. Yeah, we do need the hot take wheel. But Jeff, off the top of the dome, what do you got?
Cincinnati.
I think T. Higgins outscores Jamar Chase.
Come on, man.
Whoa.
Come on. Jamar Chase is light years better than T. Higgins.
I'm the biggest
Jamar
Chase fan in the world. I just think that there's a good chance that teams change up the coverages so much that T. Higgins hits a lot of these long bombs that Jamar was hitting last year.
All right. Hayden Hurst ends as a tight end 1.
So top 12.
Top 12.
The
That's not
Bengals.
saying much. I could be a top 12 tight end according to you if I play Kansas City.
Jason, how tall are you?
6'4".
Might have to make a champions round fantasy draft at this point.
Between Carter and I, we're like half of a Jewish basketball team.
Oh God.
Oh man. All right, another team.
Yeah, one more team, Jeff. And then
All right, let's go. Let's go with the Bears.
I saw Matt's eyes. Matt's eyes were like, I don't have a shit on the Bears.
Like the Bears might be the only team that I'm like,
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm reading the room very poorly here. Maybe I should go with
spin the wheel again.
Spin the wheel again.
You don't want to talk about the Bears.
The Bears are just in their own little universe, you know?
Yeah. All right. Let's go with the Saints.
Ooh.
All right. This is
Saints.
on Matt and Joey. You're up on the Saints.
Hit me, Joe.
Okay, Matt, are you gonna go first? You want to go first?
I'll let you go first. Take the wheel, because I kind of have an idea here, but I might go off of you depending on what you say here.
Okay. Jameis Winston is going to have. He's going to be in the top 5 for passing yards on the season.
Okay.
And Olave is going to be wide receiver 1, and he's going to finish in the top 20 for receivers. He's going to be a stud.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
I love it. My
I like
fantasy
the
team loves that
Olave.
take.
I like that too. Yeah.
My fantasy team loves that take.
Okay. Do you have Jameis too, or just Olave?
I have Jameis.
Start QB1?
Yeah.
Jameis is not going to do that. But
what happened?
I like the Olave
what happened in your
take.
draft? What happened in your draft that Jameis was QB1? How the fuck did that happen?
I drafted my first quarterback in round 17.
Is it super flex?
Nope.
All right, you know what? Fuck it, dude. Jameis Winston is going to be an MVP candidate. He got
Off the rails.
He got his LASIK eye surgery. He could see. This guy was.
He could see. Yeah, he could see the other team really well now.
This guy was putting up yards despite his interception frenzy that he has.
Let's revisit this week 6 or 7.
New eyesight, new weapons. Let's hope Michael Thomas is
Weapons are legit though.
healthy. They are legit, and I hope Kamara, everything works out. I hope he does play too, because who knows what's going on.
He's gonna play this entire season for sure. He might get suspended for all of next year, but he's okay for this year.
Oh man, I don't know. I cannot put a chip down on Jameis Winston. I just can't.
Why not?
What has he done? What's the best he's ever finished? Let's look at that.
He was like QB5 when he threw 36 touchdowns and 30 interceptions and 5,800 passing yards or whatever the hell it was.
Well, I mean, I guess
fine.
That kind of depends on your scoring format, but all right. He finished 3rd in 2019.
Yeah,
third. He finished 3rd. However, he's only had one top 10 finish, and that was it.
Hey, but he wasn't able to see.
He did it with no eyesight.
That's
free.
Anyone with one top 10 with no vision.
Top 5 even.
He's only had 20 touchdown
3.
passes twice in his career.
All right, well, let's get a solid clip here. I'll just say it again. Jameis Winston is going to put up a good fight for MVP this season. I don't care how hot, spicy it is. He's going to have a career year. Clip that. Clip that too.
Clip it. Clipped.
He's got 2 years of 20 touchdown passes or more.
Can't wait to
Well,
post
now he's going to have 3.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have 40 touchdown passes even, not even 30. 40 touchdown passes. How
And
about that?
I bet that he has 40 combined touchdowns and interceptions this year. Absolutely.
That's easy. He'll probably have 60 of those. 60 combined.
Okay. I
have a
Oh my God. Joey's head is
over-under?
just spinning.
Right, Joey just like, wait.
What's your over under on his interceptions this year? Let's make a little friendly bet here.
I know what the market number is. So do you want
What
me
is
to go
it?
on that?
Yeah,
The market
what
number is 13.5.
Interceptions?
Yeah.
Oh man,
That seems about right.
I was like gonna say under, but
That definitely seems about right.
No, that's why it's the market, because it
Under.
makes you think about
going
what
under
side's
that.
the right side.
I'll take the under on that.
Oh, I'll take the over all day. He's still throwing to the other team.
I don't know. You think Jameis is gonna Jameis?
Jameis always Jameis.
It's
All
a new
right.
Jameis. The new era of
When-
Jameis.
When didn't Jameis go Jameis? He's going to break out some crab legs. He's going to throw some interceptions, and it's going to be great to watch him
He can throw some
perform in the
interceptions. He just
offseason.
can't throw many.
all right.
You know, besides that 30 interception year, he hasn't really thrown that many in his career, honestly. He had like a 14, an 11, 18. I mean, it's not like he's been crazy interception besides that one year that everyone talks about. So 14 doesn't.
That's more than 13 and a half.
18's a lot.
It is. I'm just saying, like he's had years where he's thrown less than that.
All right, Matt, we took time away from you. What do you got for your Saints hot take?
No, I was just going to say, I like the Olave potential, offensive rookie of the year. That's something I've looked at, depending on how he's used there. As a Bears fan, I know we went away from the Bears, but I was praying that we could somehow team up Olave with Justin Fields. So I'm very jealous of the Saints. Like you said, I don't know what's going to go on with Michael Thomas, but they definitely have some talent around Jameis there in New Orleans. But also new head coach. Wasn't he the DC there? So we'll see how that works out. No Sean Payton. But, yeah, I like the Chris Olave move. I'm not sure I'm totally sold on Jameis Winston, but if he can stay healthy, we'll see what happens.
I'm sorry for the Bears slander before. I didn't know.
Hey, you know what? You didn't know, Joe. It's all right. It's all right. I don't
We slander anyway, even if he knows.
Oh,
Right,
trust me,
we'll sign into his face.
I've never seen a playoff win in my life, so
Hey, I'm right there with you. All right.
This is like a
Bears-
Factory of Sadness podcast now.
It
No
is.
one's ever won
You think
anything.
we're in Cleveland or something?
The Bears are all about
Yeah.
defense, and they don't even have that right now.
Yep. Okay. All right.
The Bears have Cole Kmet and Darnell Mooney.
They do
Well,
have Cole Kmet. I'll give
So,
you that.
there's
I
that.
think he has a better year than last year,
He
which
does.
of course is
Something-
0
Something
touchdowns,
to be
but
positive about.
still.
All right.
Oh.
I think that
All right.
does it.
Yeah, we're done here.
all right.
That'll do it for this episode of Hot Takes and Pancakes. We had some nuclear takes. It was great to get Joey back, and bring Matthew aboard. Hopefully, after this he comes back. Well, we're sorry for all the Bears slander, but not really. We'll probably do worse next time once the actual games are played. Jason, you want to tell everyone what's going on at Champions Round?
Yeah, I think the best thing to plug here would be we have this new game mode called Sunday's Best. Only players that are available on Sunday, 4-round snake draft. All you have to do is draft a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, and tight end. You can play that for cash or you can play for free. Use the code Daily Dozen to get a $10 free deposit bonus. That's about it. Go play Daily Dozen. We're going to put up our first NFL slate tomorrow for the Rams-Bills game, which is super exciting. And we have a bunch of different 7-6 contests going up. Oh, we're giving away a Stephon Diggs jersey and a Sean McVay signed football. You can go to our Instagram to find out more information on both of those giveaways.
Awesome. All right, everyone. So that will do it. We'll have Hot Takes and Pancakes hopefully every week on Wednesday. So we'll definitely see you next week where we can do some actual game action for Hot Takes now instead of just
let's go.
So somehow enjoy the weekend, enjoy your games, and we'll see you later.
See you guys.